Luka Magnotta was one of the most best-known, best-liked, and most respected male escorts in Toronto for over a decade. If you actually interviewed people who actually knew Luka, you would realize that the majority of his life is yet told. The lying media got his case all wrong. Only 10% of Luka's life was ever told. What about Luka's successful life and career as a male escort? This is just skipped over and not ever explained by the liars in the press. The media has never interviewed any of Luka's friends. Instead, they interview attention seekers and irrelevant nobodies who are all for sale. And these losers never even met or dated Magnotta, including transsexuals who Luka never dated. These idiots cash in on Luka and collect fistfuls of cash. I repeat, none of Luka's friends gave interviews about him. The media was desperate to get scoops. So they were interviewing irrelevant people. They were interviewing people who actually knew Luka, such as Ron Mikhailov, Nader Eid, John McKellar. Then you would get the real picture. Let's get back on track, though. Let's discuss Luka's life in London, England, and what happened there. Luka was framed for fraud in Toronto by a con artist named Tony. Tony defrauded a woman he was dating and pinned it all on Magnotta in 2004. Luka was being abused by Tony, and the woman's father was involved in the Italian mafia and owned many car dealerships around the city. Tony and Magnotta lived together at the Leaside Towers, the same condo serial killer Bruce McArthur lived at. After Luka's wrongful 2004 conviction for fraud, Luka never spoke to Tony again, because Tony was a total mastermind of the fraud. Tony got all the jewelry and merchandise, and Luka was set up to take the blame. Unfortunately, Luka moved out of the Leaside Towers and vacationed in Cuba and London, England. Luka is accused of traveling on fake passports and slipping into countries without detection. When asked, Magnotta denied this, and nobody can prove it. Luka was visiting London in 2004. He rather enjoyed the international city. He stayed in the Marriott Hotel, which he really enjoyed. He loved the room service and swimming in the hotel pool. Luka had many friends in London, and they would go to bars and nightclubs frequently. Luka really enjoyed nightclubbing. Luka was brought back to London frequently by his escorting clients. They would fly Magnotta in and out of the country for many years. Luka earned enormous amounts of cash. While in England, Luka was seeing a very successful soccer player. This man was really in love with Luka. They would speak on the telephone non-stop. The man would fly Luka to and from England frequently, and also visited Magnotta in Canada. Luka received lavish gifts. And no people. Millionaire celebrity Katie Price, who was obsessed with Luka, does not know the soccer player. That is incorrect. Katie Price was at one point friends with Magnotta, but he broke off the friendship. The soccer player was really sweet and very masculine. Nobody would ever suspected that he was gay. Luka and him would meet in hotels and friends' houses. The relationship progressed, and the man even spoke of marriage to Luka. However, the love affair had to end because the man needed to present a certain image to society. The soccer player was very tormented by his sexuality, and Luka tried in vain to get him to come out of the closet and reveal his sexuality, but the man could never do it. Luka deserved better and moved on from the secrets and hiding. In Luka's own words, life is too short for nonsense. Now, let's move on to the stories about Luka Magnotta and the missing London boy Alexander Sloley. Some people have suggested Luka was involved in international sex trafficking and dark web rings. Alexander Sloley went missing and has not been found. Luka, when asked, denied abducting him and delivering him to perverts. Luka denied he would produce sex videos and often dark material for profit. A lot of missing people in London, England are being attributed to Luka Magnotta, as if he is a modern-day Jack the Ripper, but Magnotta denies everything. In 2011, Luka was working in London And while in London, Magnotta and his lawyer went to the UK Sun News building for a scheduled meeting with editors to threaten legal action if the sleaze paper published more lies about Luka. The paper was harassing Luka for some time now, threatening to publish his name in connection to animal snuff videos that Luka has denied. After leaving the UK Sun tabloid building, Luka went to a hotel to see a client. The hotel was not Luka's, it was the client's hotel. A predatory journalist named Alex West and his sidekick decided to show up and harass Magnotta some more. All the hotel guests, the manager, and other staff were alerted. Also, Alex West posted on social media that he was at the hotel, and everyone seen the social media posts. So millions of people were aware of the encounter at the hotel. It was not a secret. Luka was annoyed that these journalists were stalking him. He was recorded saying nothing substantial and left in a black car with his associates. Luka is repulsed by Alex West and refuses to communicate with this cocaine addict who was arrested in London for narcotics. This man profits and does interviews, films, and books about Luka, even though Magnotta's interaction with him were brief and lasted only 10 minutes. Alex West claims to be an expert on Luka Magnotta. After the hotel encounter, 3 days later, an anonymous email was sent to the newspaper. It was threatening. It was obviously sent by one of the millions of people who viewed the social media posts of Alex West when he published about the hotel encounter. It was sent by crazed animal activist stalkers, again to set Magnotta up. Scotland Yard investigated, which is very well known, and said it was not sent by Magnotta. It was sent from Amsterdam, and zero proof exists Luka ever sent that threatening email. It is all fake news. Alex West knows this, but in 2012, Alex West mailed the story and falsely claimed that Luka sent it. It's unbelievable slander and defamation. The trial of Luka Magnotta, his attorneys convinced Luka just to admit that he sent the email to obtain an NCR defense. Luka later said in his interview he was pressured and never sent any email to any journalists. It's all fake news. The media, they're all corrupt, and they lie to peddle their tabloids. Zero proof exists Luka sent that email, and yet it's attributed to him. Even after Scotland Yard investigated and said it originated in the Netherlands. It's crystal clear the animal activists who were relentlessly stalking Luka sent that email and framed Magnotta. It's sickening Magnotta endured so much stalking and frame jobs. Luka denies involvement in a lot of the unsolved crimes around London while he was vacationing there. Luka denies involvement in the cases of Lana Purcell and Admina Khan, which assholes on the dark web claim to have evidence of. Luka denies anything to do with the serial killers, Myra Hindley and Ian Brady, which is widely reported. Luka has zero interest in these two people, and it's all fake news. Magnotta never used their victims' names. None of this was even proven, and it's impossible to prove. More slander and fake news propaganda by the slanderous, sensationalizing, corrupt media. Nobody can prove who was on the other end of the computer sending threatening emails. I dare anyone to prove that. I guarantee you it's impossible. Luka loved England and spent a lot of time there. He spent time all over Ireland and Wales and many, many clients who all say good things about him. Everyone who meets Luka loves him, and the liars in the press should be ashamed of themselves. I hope one day a true and accurate documentary film will be made about Luka and a true book written about his life. The truth is being revealed and a lot more is to come. If you enjoyed, comment and share. Your thoughts are appreciated.